Hey everyone, it's Becky. I'm just doing this video to share with you guys a cigar box that I made for the design team call for Discount Paper Crafts on Etsy. This is just a regular cigar box that's got the slider lid. So I guess I'll just go over and show you guys like the whole overview of the box. And then I'll just kind of go over what I did. It's just it's not a very big box, but it is pretty deep. So here's the bottom. So the papers that I used, of course, is the romance novel, and I know the romance novel is kind of hard to find, so I'm not sure if Kathy carries it in her store anymore. So I just distressed all the edges, and I left them white. I didn't ink them, and then I went over everything with not everything, I just went over it here and there with the reverse chicken wire stencil, and then this micro dot stencil, and this is a Prima one, and then this one is a Crafter's Workshop stencil. And Kathy does carry a lot of stencils in her store. I know she carries a lot of the Prima ones. I get like 95% of my Prima stuff from her store, and probably the only reason why I wouldn't is because everybody has bought it out before I can get there. So what I used with the stencils is, let me just show you really quick. I just used this sandy stone with the chicken wire stencil and some of the micro dot stencil, and it's the shimmer textures. And then some of the other micro dot, I just did the Dazzler's Tutti Frutti, and I love it because it's like a really pretty pink. This is some of the micro dot I did in the Tutti Frutti, and this paper is what I used on most of the sides. And to get the white effect that you're kind of seeing here and there, I used the Ingvild Bohm chalk edgers, and it's just the white one, so I just kind of pounced on it here and there with the chalk edger just to kind of give it a cool effect, as well as just pretty much over everything that I textured. And this is just some lace that I had from my stash and some pearl trim, and I just kind of layered it. And then the feet is the Tim Holtz feet, and she carries those in her shop, and I just went over it with parchment colored folk art paint and some sand. Faith Chick 777 showed everybody how to do that, and so now I'm like addicted to it. And then I used the Old Rose chalk edger and the teal damask, and I just kind of hit it here and there with the teal, and it kind of gave it a cool effect, so I liked it. So that's what I used as the feet. And then for the side here, I just used some more like Venice lace, I guess you would call it, from my stash, and then I put these like little fabric flowers, and I don't know, they've kind of got a shimmer to it, I don't know if you can see that, and I just put it in the center of all the little flowers on the lace, and I used 2 different colors. And then here in the front is the layered lace again, and then the side, and then of course all the same texture, and the chalk edger, the white one. And then let me show you the inside really quick. Hopefully the lid cooperates. It kind of sticks a little bit. So what I did after I, of course, gessoed the whole inside here, and then some of the edges on the outside, and then I went over it with this antique silk, and it's a Martha Stewart, and it's the pearl. And then I did the Elmer's glue crackle. I don't know, let me see if I can kind of bring it in, if you guys can see that. And then I went over it with the parchment colored folk art paint over the top. And then there's some more of the paper from the paper, the romance novel, and then I just did the pearl trim on the sides and in the corners. And then I did this like ruffled organza trim just down in this little compartment because I didn't really know what to do with it, but I thought about putting stuff because this is for a friend, but then I just thought it would be kind of cute to stick a ruffled trim in there, so that's what I did. And it's got pearls in the middle, so you can kind of see that. And then that's pretty much it for the inside of the box. And then this is the lid. And I did the same technique, except for I used like the whole stencil. And so there's like pieces of the rose. I don't have the stencil here with me, but it's the one that's kind of got a rose and some letters in the middle, and then it's got the micro dots on surrounding it. And this one I just did the sandy stone. And then I remembered that I needed to put it in the box to slide it and close it, and so I had to sand it down. And then I went over it with the chalk edger over that, so I just thought it kind of gave it a cool effect. I couldn't really do a whole lot because I do have to slide it to close it. And then let me just actually I'll just kind of go over it like this. So here on the top, this is just a frame from my stash. And then I put the beautiful little cutout from the paper line, and I crumpled it, like soaked it with water, and then I crumpled it and dried it. And then I used the chalk edger, the white one again, to kind of get that effect, and put it on the inside of the frame. And the frame, I did the parchment, and then I went over it with the antique silk again, but this time I put sand in that color, and then I just kind of put it on there, and then I went back over it with the white chalk edger again, just to kind of lighten it up a little bit. So the pink would be like kind of underneath, and the parchment, and then the white would be kind of on top. And then I stuck these little flower pieces that was from a lace underneath the little corners of the frame. And then I did some more stenciling. If you can see that, I did it around the corner here. And then these little buttons are from the romance novel, and usually Kathy, when she carries the Prima, she tries to carry some of the embellishments that go with the paper line. And then this is a Finnabar Mechanical, the little flower ones, and I think this is the first release that came out. And so I cut it in half, and I stuck a piece there, and I stuck a piece down there. And then this is a Junkyard Finding zipper, and it says treasure on it. And I just stuck that in the middle of the little clock button, the wood embellishment. And then these are just flowers from my stash, just all different kinds that I have. This is a petaloo flower, and I know that Kathy carries a lot of the petaloo because I've been eyeballing it because I want more. I bought some of these little flowers in like an orange color and then these green, and I love them. You can use them. I just needed something besides like the big roses and the medium size, so I just picked up some of these, and so now I want to get more. So there's some more flowers from my stash. And then I covered, or underneath it is some cheesecloth, as well as right here too, that I just used. And then there's a Tim Holtz pen nib, and then one of those little tokens from Tim Holtz, and I know that Kathy carries these in her store as well. Most of the time, if she doesn't sell out too fast, because she does have a lot of great prices, and so I know that she sells out of a lot of stuff really quick, because most of the time I miss out. So that's pretty much it for trying to think or see if there's anything else. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my little cigar box. So the design team call, I think it ends tomorrow, which is the 14th. And this thing's going to be stubborn. Oh, let me go tell you one more thing really quick. the little curio knob. I know that she carries these in her store as well. This is a Tim Holtz curio knob, and it comes in a pack of 3. And so, yeah, that's what else I forgot. So the design team call ends tomorrow, and I think it's the 21st or 22nd that she's picking the new design team member, and I will put the link to, I think it was a Facebook link to her blog, I believe, with all the information. So I will put that link in the description box below. And if you guys have any questions, comments, please leave them below. And I hope that you guys will, I'll see your guys' comments soon. Talk to you later. Bye.